Once upon a time, in the heart of Idu market, where traders shouted their ways and buyers bargained fearlessly, one thing remained constant: Mama Iyabasi's stew. The aroma of her rich spicy tomato stew filled the air every afternoon, drawing people from all corners of the market to her little buka. Mama Iyabasi was a big woman, full of laughter and warmth. Her round face glistened with sweat as she stirred a large blackened pot over the open fire, humming an old Efik tune. No one could resist her food, whether it was her well-seasoned beef, the smoky taste of her palm oil, or the magic in her pepper blend. Customers always left licking their fingers, but not everyone was happy. Mama Nkechi, her closest competitor, sat in her own buka just few steps away, watching in frustration as more and more people flocked Mama Iyabasi's store. She sold rice and stew too, but somehow her food never had the same pull. She had tried everything: more pepper, better tomatoes, even fresh goat meat, but customers still prefer Mama Iyabasi's cooking. One evening, as Mama Nkechi packed up her unsold food, she made up her mind. She had to find the secret behind Mama Iyabasi's stew. The next morning, before the market got busy, she went to Mama Iyabasi's store under the guise of wanting to buy breakfast. She sat quietly, watching Mama Iyabasi prepare her ingredients. She saw her chop onions, blend peppers, and fry tomatoes. She noticed how she scooped thick red oil into her pot and fry mix slowly until it bubbled, but nothing seemed unusual. Determined, Mama Nkechi decided to spy further. That night, she hid behind a stack of firewood near Mama Iyabasi's store, hoping to catch her adding a secret ingredient. She watched as Mama Iyabasi finished cooking, and to her shock, she saw the plumpy woman scoop a portion of stew into a small bowl, set it aside and whispered a prayer over it before eating a spoonful herself. Confused, Mama Nkechi stepped out. "Mama Iyabasi, what is the secret in your stew?" she asked. "I have watched you, but I see nothing different from what I do." Mama Iyabasi chuckled, wiping her hands on her wrapper. "Mama Nkechi, the secret is not the ingredients, but is in the heart that cooks it." Mama Nkechi frowned. "What do you mean?" "I cook with joy," Mama Iyabasi said. "I cook as if I'm feeding my own children. I never sell food I wouldn't eat myself. And I always thank God before I serve my customers. That is my secret." Mama Nkechi was not satisfied with Mama Iyabasi's explanation. "Cooking with love," she muttered to herself as she walked back to her store that evening. "There must be more to it." She shared her suspicion with her close friend, Mama Bose, a fellow trader who also believed something was off. Together they devised a plan to uncover the real secret behind Mama Iyabasi's irresistible stew. Late that night, under the cover of darkness, they followed Mama Iyabasi to her house. The small mud house was tucked behind the market near the river. As the moon cast air shadows on the wall, they went close to her window, peeping through the cracks. What they saw made their stomachs churn. In the center of the room stood a massive black pot, much larger than the one she used in the market. Mama Iyabasi, dressed in wrapper and beads, was humming in strange low tune. She lifted a small calabash filled with yellowish liquid and poured it into the pot of stew. The thick aroma of spicy mixed with something else, something foul. Mama Bose gasped. That looks like urine. Mama Nkechi clamped a hand over her friend's mouth to keep her quiet. They watched as Mama Iyabasi stirred the stew, chanting softly. The incantation were in a dialect neither of them fully understood, but the message was clear. This was no ordinary cooking. Horrified, but not yet convinced, they knew they needed proof. They decided to report their findings to the village market chairman, Chief Obo, a stern and firm man who governed all the traders. The next day, after Mama Iyabasi finished selling her food and packed up, Mama Nkechi and Chief Obo, along with a few other traders, secretly followed her home. This time, they were not just watching, they were ready to confront her. As soon as she entered her house, they barged in. "Mama Iyabasi, what are you doing?" Chief Obo demanded. Caught off guard, Mama Iyabasi dropped the calabash in shock. The pot of stew was still steaming, and the foul-smell liquid had already been added. "You have been using urine to cook for us," Mama Nkechi screamed, pointing at the pot. The commotion attracted neighbors, and soon a crowd had gathered. Whispers turned into shouts as people realized what was happening. Some gasped, others cursed, and many swore never to eat outside again. "You have deceived us all," Chief Obo roared. "This is an abomination." Mama Iyabasi fell to her knees, trembling. "Please forgive me. I only wanted my business to grow," she wailed. But the villagers could hear none of it. Furious, they seized and paraded her through the market, shouting, "Evil woman, wicked cook." The village elders were called, and after a brief discussion, the verdict was clear. Mama Iyabasi was to be banished from the village. That very evening, she was escorted to the outskirts of the town with nothing but a small bundle of her belongings. The once beloved cook of Idu Market was now a disgrace, cast out of her dark deeds. As she disappeared into the forest, the villagers returned to cleanse the market, vowing to be more careful about where they eat. Mama Nkechi, now free of competition, took over the vacant spot, but this time she cooked with sincerity, ensuring that her food was not only delicious but clean. And so, the legend of Mama Iyabasi's stew became a warning in Idu Market. The true success comes from honesty, not deception.